do you invest based on your age? I mean, you know that a 50-year-old person cannot or should not invest the same way a 20-year-old person should invest. I mean, personal finance is personal. So how do you know what investment is best for you at what age? Like at this age that you are, how do you know how to invest? Like what investment is actually perfect for this age that I am. Welcome to my channel. My name is Mercy Agbeti. You probably know me as Christian Money Woman. Please like, share this video with someone, share this channel with someone, drop a comment and subscribe to this channel. And if you have any money questions, please drop them in the comments so I can address them in my next video, because on here we're going to be having a lot of money gist. And not only are we going to be gisting about money, I mean we're going to be achieving our money goals one video at a time, and that is why you need to subscribe to this channel now. And today what we want to discuss is how do you know what investment is good for you? Like how do you invest based on your age? This is very, very important because time is of critical essence when it comes to investing. So it will not be good for you if you're investing wrongly according to your age. So I'm going to do this quickly, and I want you to know that personal finance is actually personal. This is actually subject to what works for you, your personal finance. Really, this is actually subject. This is not financial advice. This is not a hard rule that has to work for everybody. Now quickly, let me share this story with you. You know, a couple of months ago I worked with someone, a director in one of the government parastatals in Abuja, and she told me that she was in her 50s, but she was having a conversation with another colleague of hers who happened to be in her 50s also. They were about age mates, just a couple of months apart. Fortunately, they are in the same level. They earn about the same amount. You know how government work is like that, so they knew all of these things. But what was peculiar is that, or what's different with these two people, is that this woman who reached out to me, as much as she was in her in her 50s, she didn't get married early and she didn't have a child early. So her child was just about 10 years old. While our other colleague, who was in her 50s, had 4 children who were already married. Like they were out of the university, she got married early, she had her children early, and then they were all and about. And then she realized that in the next 10 years, when they were retiring, obviously, I mean, they've earned the same amount of money, they worked the same number of years, they are age mates, but something is fundamentally different with both of them. While the other person will probably be going from one child's house to the other child, she would be paying heavily for her only child's tuition at that time at retirement. So she knew that the way they were going to invest had to be different. Even though they were age mates, they earned the same amount of money, they were same level or anything, the way they were going to invest was going to be different. So it's very important for you to know your personal finance, like very, very important. But quickly now, let's get into it. How do you know what investment is good for your age? So we'll pick it in 10 years. 10 years, say 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70. And speaking of 70, you know, the other day I was just thinking that, gone are the days when middle age was 45, 50. I mean, these days, the average age is like 70, right? So middle age is no longer 45, 50. Middle age is now 30, 35. So, and I understand that the bulk of my audience are in their 30s. So if you're not thinking of investing now, I don't know when you want to start thinking of it. And my Yoruba people have a saying that is how you lay your bed and you sleep on it, is what you prepare for right now that you will sleep on. Literally is the is what you plant now that will determine the tree that you will sit under tomorrow. So let's get into it. Let's say the first 20 years, 0 to 10, you're most likely still dependent on your parents. So let's just pick it to like 10 to 20, right? It's very important for you to invest heavily in skill. Education, let me just say education, very important. I didn't say school, listen, I didn't say school. It's very important for you to invest heavily in education, skill, trade, certifications, just something that can help you to earn. At that stage of your life, you should be thinking heavily on how to earn. That's what's most important at that point. Yes, you can have a little portion of investment here and there. Probably you have a high yield savings account, or probably you're putting 1,000, 5,000, 2,000 in a mutual funds account, because time is actually very important when it comes to investing. So you want to compound all of that, but still you want to invest heavily in your education. Now let's say between 20 to 30 years, you still have to be investing in your education. By this point, you need to start. If you've not started investing before now, let's say in that 10 to 20, you've not started putting a little money in mutual funds. See, between your 20 to your 30, it's very important for you to start anyhow. just start. No matter the income that you are making, it is very important for you to at least start from somewhere. If it's even ordinary mutual funds, you're not putting money in stocks, you don't have a high risk appetite yet, you just want to maintain a low profile, first start while you are still investing heavily in your education. Now, if you're between 30 to 40 and you've not started investing, wow, it is well. This is no judgment zone, but please, you need to. And if you have started and all you're doing is you're being a low risk taker, this might be your sign to step up your risk profile. Because see, this is the time that you have enough cushion for your risk. I understand you want to go for low risk, but see, there's something when it comes to asset allocation. There's something called asset preservation and asset appreciation. See, between your 30s to 40s to like 50s is when you should invest heavily in into asset appreciation. Is when you should invest heavily into things that would appreciate, like assets that would appreciate. So you want to invest in medium risk options and even have a portion of your investment portfolio in high risk investment options, because this is when you have the time, you have the strength, you have the time, you have everything that you can use to build something for yourself. Then when you're not hitting 50, 60, 70, all you want to think of is asset preservation, because you do not have strength, you do not have time to make the money, to cushion the risks, to do all of those things. You don't want to lose something at that age. It's not at 60 that your investment should be crashing. It's not at 60 that you should be involving in high risk investment that can crash at any time. No. So if you understand me very, very well, what I'm saying is you need to understand your asset allocation. When you are much younger, when you have the bulk of the time, say between your 20s to your 50s, you should go heavily into medium risk and high risk investments, because you have the time and the risk level for you to do it. Do you understand? And then you are investing in asset appreciation. But when you are hitting 50, 60, 70, you just want to focus on asset preservation. I hope this video helps you and you are able to make informed decision as to what investment opportunity you want to go to per age. You are the one who knows what age you are. You are the one who knows what your personal finances. You're the one who even knows what you want for yourself at retirement. So you are the one who knows if you really want to go heavily into medium risk investments, asset preservation, asset allocation, asset appreciation, low risk, high risk. But I hope you really do make an informed decision so that at retirement you have no regrets whatsoever. Please, I hope this video helps you. If you have any question, please drop them in the comments so I can address them in my next video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this channel and I'll see you next time again. Thank you.